What is going on, guys? Apple Foxy here, and today I will be showing you the top 10 features of the Apple Watch. It won't be specified on any series of Apple Watch because the features are very similar on all Apple Watches, and these features are probably present on every Apple Watch. These top 10 are just my picks, and you of course may like something else about the watch. One more thing I want to make clear is that this is not a review of my Apple Watch. The video is coming really soon, but I cannot make it the right way after unboxing because it takes some time for me to actually use it so I can give you my honest review. If you want to check out the unpacking video where I'm telling you everything about the watch I'll be using in this video, then you're gonna find it in the description of this video. Okay, so the first thing I absolutely love about the Apple Watch is the design. I'm not sure if this can be considered as a feature, but I really enjoyed the look of the watch on my wrist. When compared to other smartwatches, this one has almost no bezel, and that makes it look really good. Nowadays, the less bezels you have, the more beautiful the device looks. Especially on smartphones, you can see manufacturers cutting the bezel down and putting display nearly on the entire front side. Next iPhone should also adopt this, but Apple Watch already has it. And the OLED curved display looks super cool. The digital crown on the right side really makes it a great device to use in everyday life. Without the crown, it would be a lot more difficult to use, even though you can use your finger to scroll down on the screen, but the crown makes it more comfortable. The other button next to it has not been used a lot by me because it doesn't provide that much functionality. The second feature is the Scribble feature. Well, you can download tons of different apps to the Apple Watch, including some note-taking and texting apps, and there you obviously need to type something in. But there is no software keyboard available for the watch because the screen is just too small. And here comes the Scribble feature. You have the entire screen where you can write letters and type words. Surprisingly, it works really well. I mean, you can type in using this feature pretty precisely. And also, if you're not satisfied with what you've written, the Apple Watch will try to correct the words and you can pick the word you originally meant. So what are the other options to input text? Well, you can dictate, which you can do everywhere and every time, and also you have there the prepared text you can send someone, but most of the time the text don't say what you want to say, so the Scribble feature comes in handy. The next one is something I really like, and it is the slap the screen to sleep. I'm not completely sure if this is how it's called, but it is honestly a very useful feature. It doesn't matter what you're doing, which apps you have open, you can always just place your palm on the screen and it turns black. I use this all the time, and not only the screen turns black, but also you happen to be on the lock screen and you're no longer inside the app you were using before. Force Press or 3D Touch, you can now say, it is something that adds functionality to our devices. But on iPhone you basically have two options to open something up or to do something. So 3D Touch is an alternative or quicker way to complete some everyday task. On the Apple Watch, however, Force Touch is often the only way to access something in the actual app. So without it, the watch would lose a lot of functionality. For example, in Calendar, there is no other way to access the other modes of the calendar other than force pressing on a screen. Or you can change and customize your watch face again using the force press. Now the next thing is the touch to details. This again may or may not be considered as a feature, but it is there. So for example, you are already used to it in case you use Apple products on a daily basis. Just take a look at this animation when using the digital crown. The way it zooms in is just insane, especially when you use the moon or earth as the watch face. The clock in the menu turns into the globe or moon, which looks very good. And there are many other places where Apple focuses on details. The screen can feel a little bit too tiny sometimes, so there comes the zoom feature. You can enable it in the settings under general and accessibility. On the iPhone you have to double tap with 3 fingers, and here only double tap with 2 fingers. You can also adjust the view if you want. I already mentioned the usability of Digital Crown, but I didn't mention this. You can double press the Digital Crown to go back to the app you were using before. You can switch in between apps anytime you want. Even on a lock screen, just double tap the crown and you're inside the previously used app. If you guys are using Apple Pay on your wrist, you can easily jump into Apple Pay just by double pressing the side button. It's not the crown this time, but the button next to it. The Apple Watch is something you always have on your wrist and it's connected to your iPhone. So there's not a big chance you lose it, but the actual iPhone might sometimes be difficult to find. So on the Apple Watch, if you swipe up, you can see this iPhone icon. And if you click on it, your phone will start ringing. If you hold down on it, the flash also turns on. And the last but not least is the power reserve mode. It happens a lot that in the afternoon, for example, your Apple Watch gives you the notification like 10% of battery is left. You cannot charge it right now, so what you need to do is to turn on the power reserve mode. So here just click on the battery percentage and click power reserve. This basically turns the Apple Watch off except for the time that shows up on the screen. Nothing else works. So guys, thank you for watching. If you have an Apple Watch, then you can try these things out if you haven't already. So these were my top 10 features of Apple Watch. These things are also one of the reasons why I got the actual watch. So stay tuned for more videos, subscribe, and see you next time.